breaking crypto news. I got a video for you guys. I'm climbing up a huge hill right now, and it's very symbolical of what's going on in the market, because we're seeing crypto breaking down after our crazy, I'll call it a black swan event, a true black swan event actually, with all these tariffs bringing the stock market down. Really, nobody expected it to happen, and now we're seeing it play out. And I'm saying this is a symbolical scenario of me climbing up this mountain because I've started at the bottom, and it's a slow climb up. And I will be honest with you guys, I did say we saw Bitcoin decoupling from the traditional market, but I said you better hope that this week we see the equity market bounce. Otherwise, usually this is a precursor to crypto nuking, Pompeii style. And well, we didn't even get to the week, and we are seeing crypto break down Pompeii style. Ethereum being below $1,600, Bitcoin coming down and testing 78,000, exactly as I predicted. And you know, we really need to hold above 78K. We really need to see a hold above 78K. We can come down to like 75. That's possible. But this week, you better be hoping for the traditional market to catch a bid. Now, I don't like being a huge big bear, but I will be honest, guys. Being a bear right now is probably the best opportunity that you will see in equities for a very long time. And well, if we don't get that bid in the traditional market this week, you're going to see crypto break down even further. We're seeing Solana test $100. If Ethereum breaks down below 1,000, oh my gosh, that'd be crazy. But it will open up opportunities in crypto. Right now, I'm dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin. I've increased my daily buy by double. And if we do start to close below 75, 78,000, it does open a world of terrible possibilities. But to be symbolical about the mountain, the hill that I'm climbing, those terrible scenarios create legends. The people buying this dip will be building wealth. You get rich in bull markets and you get wealthy in bear markets. Last time we saw something similar to this was back in 2020, when we saw our massive drawdown on the traditional market and the massive drawdown on Bitcoin and crypto. And this is really the same type of black swan scenario. And I think that we're seeing a very similar thing play out right now. And last time this happened, well, I was buying, and I made literally the most money in my investing career, okay? We're basically at the top of this hill now. You know, you see these big drawdowns, and people start freaking out saying, it's all over, pack it up, guys. But the people that stick around and buy during those times and climb up that mountain, those are the legends. Those are the ones that turn $1,000 into $1 million, or turn 100,000 into 10 million or 100 million. And it is possible, and you can do this. You just have to be able to weather this storm. And I do think that this storm could go on longer than we expect. I think it's possible. But if you have the right time horizon when it comes to investing, and we see the traditional market continue to break down, we go into a recessionary period, you should expect that crypto probably does something similar, and that 109,000 was probably the macro cycle top. Now, I know that would not be what people are expecting, and I know that would not feel good for many of you guys, but I just want you to realize that if you can look at it through a different perspective, through a different light, and realize that that is massive opportunity, you can get very rich. You can get very wealthy. And I would say that being bearish right now is opening up life-changing opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime type of scenario. You know, if you guys watched my breaking news video from the other day, I talked about how this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I still agree with that. I still think that anytime you see a black swan event like this, you got to buy that dip, okay? That's not financial advice, but I put my money where my mouth is, guys, and I am buying that dip. I am buying it, and the lower we go, the more I'll buy. If Bitcoin gets below like 75,000, we start seeing daily, weekly candle closures below that, we could come down and test 50K. It's possible. I think that's kind of an extreme, but it is possible. And if that does happen, I'll probably buy multiple Bitcoins. I probably will buy, I don't really want to say exactly how much I'll buy. We'll have to see what it's like when we get there, but I will be buying that dip, guys. I am a long-term investor when it comes to Bitcoin. I have no problem holding it 10, 15, 20 years, and maybe even giving it to my children and my children's children, and maybe even pass it on forever. Because I do think that Bitcoin is here to stay, and I do think that it will go to 1 million. I think it's very possible. I think that it'll probably go past 1 million in the next 10, 20, 30 years. But all I'm trying to say, guys, is stay patient, stay vigilant, because I do think that there is massive, massive opportunity right on the horizon, and I'm going to be taking advantage of it. If you guys want to take advantage of this volatility, check out in the description box below or pin comment down below. Sign up to Blowfin. You get a $5,000 sign-in bonus, as well as some awesome rewards. The more trading volume you do, you can get a Rolex, you can get a MacBook Pro, all these different awesome rewards. Because, guys, right now, I mean, if you're shorting altcoins and meme coins, there is massive, massive... Like, I've been hedging, and I've been getting paid out. It's been helping a lot for my risk to the downside. But that's all I got, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.